Hello friend, welcome to Medical Duo. In this video, I am going to read the first chapter of biology in 11th standard, that is the living world. First, we will discuss about the Ernest Mayr. Ernest Mayr, born on 5 July 2004 in Cape Town, Germany. Ernest Mayr, the Harvard University evolutionary biologist who has been called the Darwin of the 19th century, was one of the 100 greatest scientists of all time. Mayr joined the Harvard Faculty of Art and Science in year 1953 and retired in 1957, assuming the title Alexander Agassiz Professor of Zoology Emeritus. Throughout his nearly 80-year career, his research spanned ornithology, taxonomy, zoo geography, evolution, systematic, and the history and philosophy of biology. He almost single-handedly made the origin of species diversity the central question of evolutionary biology that it is today. He also pioneered the currently accepted definition of biological species. Mayr was awarded the three prizes, widely regarded as the triple crown of biology. This is the important line, that is, Mayr has three prizes regarded as the triple crown of biology. The Belsen Prize in 1983, the International Prize for Biology in 1994, and the Crawford Prize in 1999. Mayr died at the age of 100 in the year of 2004. Let us discuss the chapter first of 11th standard, the living world. How wonderful is the living world. The wide range of living type is amazing. The extraordinary habitat in which we find living organisms, be it cold mountains, deciduous forest, ocean, freshwater lake, deserts or hot springs, leave us speechless. The beauty of the galloping horse, of the migrating bird, the value of the flower or the attacking shark evoke awe and a deep sense of wonder. The ecology conflict and cooperation among members of peoples and among population of a community, or even the molecular traffic inside a cell, make us deeply reflect on what indeed is life. This question has two implicate questions within it. The first is the technical one and seeks answer to what living is as opposed to the non-living. And the second is a philosophical one and seeks answer to what the purpose of life is. As scientists, we shall not attempt answering the second question. We will try to reflect on what is living. So let us discuss what is living. When we try to define living, we conventionally look for the distinctive characteristics exhibited by living organisms, that is, growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment, and mount a suitable response come to our mind immediately as a unique feature of living organism. One can add a few more features like metabolism, ability to self-replicate, self-organize, interact, and emergence to this list. Let us try to understand each of these. All living organisms grow. Increase in mass and increase in number of individuals are twin characteristics of growth. A molecular organism grows by cell division. In plant, this growth by cell division occurs continuously throughout their lifespan. In animals, this growth is seen only up to a certain age. However, cell division occurs in certain tissue to replace lost cells. Unicellular organisms grow by cell division, One can easily observe this in the vitro culture by simply counting the number of cells under the microscope. In majority of higher animals and plants, growth and reproduction are mutually exclusive events. That is, in higher animals and plants, growth is a different event and the reproduction is a different event. One must remember that increase in body mass is considered as growth. Non-living objects also grow if we take increase in body mass as a criteria for growth. Mountain, boulders and sand mound do grow. However, this kind of growth exhibited by non-living object is by accumulation of material on the surface. In living organism, growth is from inside. Growth therefore cannot be taken as a defining property of living organism. Conditions under which it can be observed in all living organisms have to be explained, and then we understand that it is a characteristic of living organism. A dead organism does not grow. Reproduction likewise is a characteristic of living organism. In multicellular organisms, reproduction refers to the production of progeny possessing features more or less similar to those of parent. Invariably and implicitly, we refer to sexual reproduction. Organisms reproduce by asexual means also. Fungi multiply and spread easily due to millions of asexual spores they produce. In lower organisms like yeast and hydra, we observe budding. In planaria, that is flatworm, we observe true regeneration, that is a fragmented organism regenerates the lost part of its body and become a new organism. The fungi, the filamentous algae, the protonema of mosses all easily multiply by fragmentation. When it comes to unicellular organisms like bacteria, unicellular algae or amoeba, reproduction is synonymous with growth. That is increase in number of cells. We have already defined growth as equivalent to increase in cell number or mass. Hence, we notice that in single-celled organism, we are not very clear about the usage of these two terms, growth and reproduction. Further, there are many organisms which do not reproduce, that are mules, sterile vulgarby, infertile human couples, etc. Hence, reproduction also cannot be an all-inclusive defining characteristic of living organisms. Of course, no non-living object is capable of reproducing or replicating by itself. Another characteristic of life is metabolism. All living organisms are made of chemicals. These chemicals, small and big, belonging to various classes, size and function, etc., are constantly being made and changed into some other biomolecule. These conversions are chemical reaction or metabolic reaction. There are thousands of metabolic reactions occurring simultaneously inside all living organisms. Be they unicellular or multicellular, all plant, animals, fungi and microbes exhibit metabolism. The sum total of all the chemical reactions occurring in our body is metabolism. No non-living object exhibit metabolism. Metabolic reaction can be demonstrated outside the body in a cell-free system. An isolated metabolic reaction outside the body of an organism performed in test tube is neither living nor non-living. Hence, while metabolism is a defining feature of all living organisms, without exception, isolated metabolic reaction in vitro are not living things but sure living reaction. Hence, cellular organization of the body is the defining feature of life forms. Perhaps Perhaps the most obvious and technically complicated feature of all living organisms is this ability to sense their surrounding or environment and respond to these environmental stimuli, which could be physical, chemical, or biological. We sense our environment through our sense organ. Plants respond to external factors like light, water, temperature, other organism, pollutant, etc. All organisms from the prokaryotic to the most complex eukaryotic can sense and respond to the environmental cause. Photoperiod affect reproduction in seasonal builders. Both plants and animals, all organisms handle chemical entering their body. All organisms therefore are aware of their surrounding. Human being is the only organism who is aware of himself, that is has self-consciousness. Consciousness therefore become the defining property of living organisms. When it comes to human beings, it is all the more difficult to define the living state. We observe patients laying in coma in hospital, virtually supported by machine, which replace the heart and lungs. The patient is otherwise brain dead. The patient has no self-consciousness. Are such patients who never came back to normal life, living or non-living? In higher classes, you will come to know that all living phenomena are due to underlying interaction. Properties of tissue are not present in the constituent cells but arise as a result of interaction among the constituent cells. Similarly, properties of cellular organelles are not present in molecular constituent of the organelles but arise as a result of interaction among the molecular component comprising the organelle. These interactions result in emergent properties at a higher level of organization. This phenomena is true in the hierarchy of organizational complexity at all levels. Therefore, we can say that living organisms are self-replicating, evolving, and self-regulating interactive systems capable of responding to external stimuli. Biology is the story of life on Earth. Biology is the story of evolution of living organisms on Earth. All living organisms, present, past, and future, are linked to one another by sharing of the common genetic material but to varying degrees.